Successful people all have their habits, and these are good habits. Usually when we hear the word habits, it's always some, negative thing that we're talking about, like biting our fingernails or doing drugs. Those are all bad habits. But what about habits that are good for you? How do you start them? What are some good habits? Well, today I'm going to give you my 3 biggest tips. I'm going to give you my big tip on how you too can adopt a habit and make it something permanent in your life. Let's go. Hey everyone, and welcome back. It's your boy Kai Valentine, that sensual Jesus-looking man with a homeless person beard. I need to fix that, yes. Today we are, and if you're new here, please subscribe, join the Valentine family for more self-help and amazing Jesus homeless man beard. Okay, so today we're talking about habits. It's a video that I should have done a long time ago. I get into what's called perfectionist paralysis. So like if it's a video that I'm really excited about, I want to make sure it's absolutely perfect. I need to work on that, but I'm going to not wing it, but wing it. I always wing it. I wing everything, but I do have like a list of things that I'm going off of. So the habits today that I'm talking about, for me, I usually have a lot of good habits. And when it comes to habits, I'm talking more like, have you been wanting to learn to play an instrument? Have you been wanting to learn how to draw? Have you been wanting to learn cardistry? Stuff like that. Or have you been wanting to spend an extra hour a week, going over your finances? Do you have how about setting aside 30 minutes a day to go over, some self-help study or some business study or marketing stuff? Whatever it is, you need to do it every day. And my first tip for you having to help you get to that point, so just find your habit in your mind. You don't even have to know it right now, but if you find something that you want to be able to do every day and know you're gonna do it every day and make it into a habit, start with this one right here. Whatever it is that you wanna do, whatever habit it is, make sure it is as close as possible. So for people who want to play guitar, where do you sit the most? Well, you probably sit in the living room, right? So put your guitar in the living room. Now, to break this habit, some stuff that will break this habit, obstacles, you need to get rid of them. So if you sit down on the couch and you usually watch TV, hide the remote somewhere. Yes, you know where the remote is, but now you have to take that extra few steps to get it. However, the guitar is closer to you, so you will not feel bad, but it'll be so easy for you to just pick up the darn thing and just start playing. That is a really, that's my favorite tip when it comes to habits. So take my tip and run with it. Don't run too far. Well, you can run pretty far. Never, oh God, stupid jokes. Okay, so number 1, we have whatever the habit is, make sure it's super, super accessible. If it's a habit that you can have multiple places, it's like sticky notes and you're trying to do a language, have your sticky notes all over the house, something that is really accessible and it's always in your face. That's my favorite tip. The next tip is you need to find an accountability buddy. Now, I don't need this step, but a lot of people do. I hold myself in really high regard, and I have this bad habit of really being hard on myself. So I've never had a lot of trouble keeping up with the habit that I've wanted to do. So I never really needed an accountability buddy, but when I do have one, it helps a lot. So I don't go and ask people if they will help me with stuff because I'm usually on it. But if it is something that I need help with, like having a workout partner or something like that, I'm telling you, it makes a world of a difference. And by telling someone, tell someone you trust, tell someone that's not going to get upset with you for not doing this habit. It should be something fun. And if you're looking at it with a negative light, like, oh, I have to do it, then you're not gonna stick with it. I hate to say it, but if you're hating yourself every time you have to do this habit, I honestly don't think it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a lot harder for you. Now, responsibilities, it's different than a habit. You have to do your responsibilities. But when I'm talking about learning a skill or a good habit, having an accountability buddy, they will ask you, hey, did you do this today? And you're like, oh no, I just didn't get to it. Like, well, here, let me help you. And then they kind of get you into that mode and they can be your biggest supporters. So find someone that you trust, someone that you care about, and someone that cares a lot about you. And that accountability buddy will really help you. But some people won't need an accountability buddy. So let's go on to step 3 or tip 3. Tip 3 is another one of my favorites, and that is reward yourself. As Americans, if you're American, we have this weird thing about honoring ourselves, or praising ourselves, and we don't, sometimes we don't like the accreditation. Yeah, accreditation. It embarrasses us. But when it comes to a habit, you should celebrate yourself. So if it's, a really big habit that you want to learn, celebrate every night. But at the end of the week, go have a cheat meal. Go out with family and discuss how it was that week. Make it a big deal. There's no law saying that we can't celebrate ourselves whenever we do something really well. People can say, well, that's part of being an adult. Well, I don't want to be that kind of adult because that adult sucks. No, I'm going to celebrate all of my good habits, and especially if it's new. Now, do the celebrations need to end? I don't think so. Maybe reduce the celebration a little bit if it's, too much, but always celebrate yourself. And if you're sick, and if, you can only do one part of the habit, or just go easy on yourself, don't kill yourself over being so upset that you missed that day. Falling off the horse is gonna happen, but it's the people who get back up on that horse that really thrive. So let's go over them again. 1, you are putting that habit close to you. That's why cigarettes and biting your fingernails are really hard to get rid of, because they're so close to you, right? They're like within reach. Good habits can be the same way. Just put it near your reach. So if it's a guitar, put it in your living room. If it's cardistry, which I like to do, or juggling, put it in places that you can easily reach to instead of the remote or whatever. The next step is getting an accountability buddy, which not everyone's gonna need, especially if it's a habit that you don't want to tell the world. But for some people, it really works. For me, accountability buddies are cooking my own food instead of going out to fast food or restaurants, and working out. And me and my girlfriend kind of do this for each other. If it's possible, we'll work out together because we can push each other, and it's really nice. The third one is reward yourself. And I don't think Americans reward themselves enough. I mean, yeah, we're materialistic, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying go have an experience with your family or some friends and talk about your success, and then maybe get a group together and say, hey, did you do your habits this week? And then it's kind of like a little celebration. You get together with the boys or the girls, play some Halo, Combat Evolved, anything, it can be anything. So that is my best 3 big tips. Yes, I have 3 tips, like the Hydra, cut one off, it comes back. All right, now let's get into Greek mythology. It's getting weird. Guys, if you like this sort of stuff, if these tips help you out, or if these tips have refreshed in your head how to get a good habit going, please hit that like button and consider subscribing and joining the Valentine family. This channel is growing. It's all thanks to you guys. I love you so much. As you can tell, I got new lights, and I've got some other cool stuff I'm going to start doing for the channel. And again, that's all thanks to you guys. Any money I make off this channel, I just put it right back in so we can have a better time. And yeah, comment down below if this helped you, and comment down below seriously, what is the habit that you're trying to do? What is the habit? So I'll see you next time, guys. I love you. Have a good one.